Hello. So one video I forgot to make during my boot camp series about a year and some change ago was the gas chamber video. So the gas I use, standard tear gas. The main ingredient of that is capsaicin. It's an extract from peppers. So the more capsaicin a pepper naturally has, the hotter it is. So that's the gist of how that works. So that's the main ingredient. But there are other ingredients too, such as proteins extracted from shellfish. So if you have a severe shellfish allergy, you might want to get that way before going to boot camp, or mention it right before the gas chamber before your throat swells up. However, I knew a few people in my boot camp division, one of which knew he had a shellfish allergy. Decided to let that slide. I'm not going to say his name, but he went in there. He braved it. He did just fine. In fact, he held up better than I did. I was one of the worst ones, but I'll get more to that come later. So what they do, they get everybody in the classroom, and the instructor gets out in front of everybody, gives them the lowdown, what to expect, what to do, how to line up, and what to do after they're done. So starting out, you'll grab a mask, a gas mask that is. They have 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, so pick the size that best fits your face. And if you have a huge fat head, I think you're going to have a problem here because the large masks fit my face perfectly. I might have a bigger head, but it's not that big. So they'll line up everyone, 10 in a row, I guess, 10 in one row, and then they go back as far as they need to fit your entire division in there. So like 9 to 10 rows of 10. So everyone goes in there with a mask, and then the first group, they'll take their mask off. They will have to say their name, rate, rank, boot camp division, date of graduation, and I think one more thing, but I'm not sure about that. So max number of things you'll have to say takes about 10 seconds. They'll put the tear gas on the burner first. So there's a burner, little tablet. The tablet is the tear gas. Put the tablet on there, make that gas all come up, and there's a fan right behind it that blows it towards everyone. So the closer you are to the fan, the more screwed you are. I was like the second from the fan, but so as soon as the gas gets flowing, they order you to take your mask off, put your hand under your face, because you're going to spit some stuff up. I mean, most of you will spit some stuff up. Some of you, if you have a natural immunity to hot peppers, it's not going to affect you at all. The girl that was right beside me, she giggled at me because I was the one that, you know, I felt like I was possessed. I went in there hiding that I was sick. Everything in here was stopped up, and I was coughing a lot going into that. So I hid that so I could graduate boot camp on time, not be asthmaed. However, that turned out to not be a thing. Later on in boot camp, the instructor, one of the instructors told, RDCs told me about it. But anyways, so I went in there sick, and I came out not sick. So everything that was in here was shot out. It was oh gosh, about 5 minutes. I felt like I was going through an exorcism. Yes, so she was giggling at me. The instructors that were leading the charge yelled at her, but then stopped and laughed at me with her, and then we got to saying everything we had to say. So they have an instructor on either side. They did when I went through it, on either side, starting with the 1st and 10th person and working their way in until everybody said their spiel. Takes about 40 seconds tops if everybody just says what they have to say. Don't hold your breath. You're making the process longer because they can see if you're not breathing because you have a stomach and you have lungs. If they're not doing that, it's kind of obvious. They made the group behind me stand for almost an extra 20-30 seconds because one guy was just holding his breath. He'd say it and then not do anything after that, so they held him longer. So after you say all your spiel, you go out, you leave the room, and the next row comes up and comes to the plate, and yeah, so that's how that works. What else can I say about this? That's actually about it. It's a pretty straightforward process. I had the worst of it. Most people, it was fine. For like 2/3 of the division, it was fine. For like 1/5, 20% of the division, didn't affect them all. They didn't cough, they didn't sneeze, they didn't do anything. But most people, the most they felt was their sinuses clearing. Me, everything that was in my throat, nose, ears, sinuses, Yes, I was hilariously stopped up going in there. I was completely clear afterwards. It was a curing experience. What I just noticed, my girlfriend's bra is right there. And I don't feel like remaking this video, so it's going to stay there. Because I don't give a let's keep this G-rated. I don't give a crap. So if you have any questions, comment, send a message, something like that. That pretty much sums it up. So thank you.